I get it. We're all going to die, right? Our day is coming. It's not like we're all going to live forever. So I understand that. But it's hard to think about it sometimes because you hope it's far away, right? I know my mom, so something that she does, every day is she'll send me a text message every single day. Good morning, Cleo. And I know whenever that day comes when she passes away, I'm not going to get those texts anymore.
It's time to start the show and educate the people. Oh, it's time to help you see just how you can be financially free with Cleo.
Welcome back to Financially Free with Cleo podcast. I am your host, Cleo Childress, and we are at part 4 of the 5-part fear series where I share some of my fears, why they exist, what I'm doing to push through those fears, and how you can do the same. All right, y'all, part 4. Another one of my fears is losing my mom and my daughter. So when I watch the news or on social media and I hear about someone losing a mother or someone losing their child, I can only imagine how they feel. You never really know how it feels until it has happened to you directly, right? And so as far as my mom, I get it. We're all going to die, right? Our day is coming. It's not like we're all going to live forever. So I understand that. But it's hard to think about it sometimes because you hope it's far away, right? I know my mom, so something that she does, every day is she'll send me a text message every single day. Good morning, Cleo. And I know whenever that day comes when she passes away, I'm not going to get those texts anymore. I'm going to be expecting them, looking for them because I'm used to seeing it and receiving it. But I'm going to feel a certain way when I don't get those text messages anymore. But where this fear comes from is me just seeing and hearing these stories. I was in high school and had friends who had lost their parents in high school. And I used to think like if I had lost my mom in high school, I don't know what I would be doing. Like, I don't know how I would have been able to get through that. I know I would have been able to get through it somehow, but just thinking about losing a parent at a young age, I can only imagine. So even losing my parent as an adult, sometimes I don't even want to think about it. Like, for example, I had to set up, insurance policies for myself, my daughter, and my mom and talk to them about it because, when it happens, what if I go before my mom? I don't want to. I don't want my mom to bury me. I don't want her to experience losing me, just like I don't want to experience losing my daughter. So as far as my mom, I know I'm going to miss her text messages whenever that day comes because she texts me every day, good morning, and she sends me these funny TikTok videos. And just she's always there for me. Like, even though my mom has had her personal life struggles, one thing that has never changed is she never judged me or criticized me when I got pregnant as a teenager. When I had my own money problems, she would still try to help me in some type of way, even if she didn't have it, and that's something that I know that's genuine, that she'll always be there. She's had plenty of times where she's, looked after Destiny for me if I had to work or travel for work. Like, I know if she doesn't have money or she doesn't have any resources, she will still help with her time. Or if she does have resources, she will help as much as she can. And that's what I'm afraid of losing because we're so close. When it comes to my daughter, she's my only child, and I fear experiencing losing her. So she's a freshman in college. And I don't know about y'all, but if y'all got kids that are teenagers or off in college, or really kids at any age, like, you hope that they will do well in life, right? You hope that nothing will happen to them. You hope nobody will do anything to them. You hope and pray that they will live until they're 100 and something years old. But the reality is sometimes not sometimes, kids pass away. Sometimes parents lose their kids and they're having to bury their kids. And I just do not want to do that. I want my daughter to bury me. So I'm working through those fears of losing my mom and my daughter, is appreciating them while they're here. Appreciating the time while I'm here. Because I could die before them. That's another one of my fears. I guess this is kind of lumped in together, is fear of losing my daughter and my mom, but also fear of me passing away before them and them having to deal with and grieve and plan my funeral. And I don't fear death. I just fear me living life without them. And I fear them living life without me here to help and support them. If you're living paycheck to paycheck, if you're still struggling managing your money, you need to join me in the Daily Money Habits text community. Sometimes when we're trying to level up in our finances, we can get overwhelmed and not do anything at all. And then other times we start and we fall off track real quick. And I want to help you stay focused. So in the Daily Money Habits text community, you will get a text from me every single day with a financial affirmation to help empower you and help push you forward through this journey. And the second thing is an action step, me telling you exactly what you need to do every single day to reach those money goals. And you'll also get monthly financial workshops so you can continue on this education and helping you take action on all of this information that you are receiving. So text Money Habits, all caps, to 615-813-4827. It is a paid community. It's $37 a month. But hey, we got to invest in ourselves, right? If we want to see real results. So I will see you in the Daily Money Habits text community. So what I'm doing to work through these fears, y'all, is I'm spending more time with them, whether if it's over the phone or if it's in person. Me appreciating my experiences with them so far. And reminding myself that everybody has their day, Cleo. All you can do is enjoy life as it is right now and just try to be as prepared as you can for when that day comes. When I say prepared, I'm meaning, you have the finances in place to financially take care of funeral arrangements and other affairs, right? But then you also have resources in place to help you grieve, Do you have any fears when it comes to losing a loved one? Is it losing a certain friend that's close to you, losing a spouse or a girlfriend or a boyfriend, a significant other? Is it fear of losing certain other family members, parents, siblings, cousins? Is it fear of losing people that you became close to at work or in business? Maybe it's people in the community. Are you having fear of losing certain people in your community that you're close to or value? So that is one of my fears, losing my mom and my daughter. But what I've already done is financially get it set up. So we have life insurance. The finances are there to take care of them if I pass away before them. And the finances are there to take care of those arrangements if my daughter was to pass away or if my mom was to pass away. But what I'm doing is appreciating every moment, because any moment could be the end, right? Any moment. People are dying every day. It's nothing new, right? But what I've learned is when my mother's mom passed away, my grandmother on my mom's side, when she passed away, she was the first person that died that I was really close to and valued, right? I definitely cried when she passed away because I kind of felt like she was going to live forever. You have certain family members who pass away and you just knew they was probably going to live, a long time. Like my grandmother, she was in her 70s or 80s, maybe her 80s. I think she was in her 80s when she passed away. But this was back in 2010, I think is when she passed away. So yeah, that was a year for me, y'all. 2010, that's when my grandmother passed away. in April, like the day after my birthday. And then that same year was when, I was fired from my job it was in July of that year. So I'm enjoying the moments. That's what I'm doing to work through my fears of losing them, is enjoying the moments, making time for them, supporting them, being there for them. That way, when that day comes, whenever it is, I won't feel like, oh, I wish I would have spent more time with them, or I wish I would have did this with them, or I wish I would have called them more often. No, I'm going to do that now. I'm going to be intentional about spending more time with them now, instead of me wishing I would have if they were to pass away suddenly. So, what fears do you have when it comes to losing a loved one? And what are you going to do about it? Are you going to be more intentional about spending more time with those loved ones? Or is it something else you feel like you need to start doing? Thank you so much for tuning in, and I hope you tune in for next week, which is part 5 of our 5-part fear series. So one more, y'all. Got to get one more fear out so we can work through these fears. So I will see you next week.
You can be financially free with Cleo.